please tell us about Frankenstein. It's in theaters in limited release, and
And then it
comes
goes to
on
Netflix.
Netflix November 7th. You saw Frankenstein. It's by director Guillermo del Toro. Hit me, Alan. What'd you think?
Yeah. Well, I'll just start by what I told you. I think this is the front runner for Best Picture.
You're serious?
I'm serious. And look, I'm not going to say it's my favorite movie of the year, but what I'm saying is it checks all the right boxes. And I can't think of a movie that that is in the look. This movie is bad. I'm sorry. The year is bad for movies.
You're not wrong.
The pickings are slim, and I think this movie is gonna. To me, this movie stands out above the pack at the moment. But essentially, we're telling the story of Frankenstein here. There's 3 chapters. First chapter starts with in the North Pole, where a ship is stuck in the ice. An explosion happens, and from that explosion, the men on the ship find Victor Frankenstein, played by Oscar Isaac. And as they grab him, they realize that he's being pursued by a monster, which is the monster here. And so they bring Victor onto the ship, and Victor tells his story. And so chapter 2 is basically how he got to this point, where Victor is the son of a doctor. He wants to become a doctor. He wants to defy death after the death of his mother. And so if you're familiar with the Frankenstein story, it follows that he creates the monster. And then what I think is different from most Frankenstein movies is the 3rd chapter, which comes from the monster's perspective.
Right.
And from what I understand, this movie is fairly faithful in tone and emotion to the Mary Shelley version. Because I believe in the Mary Shelley novel, the monster is very thoughtful and very, he's a person, basically.
He's not like the Boris Karloff.
Yeah, he doesn't grunt. Yeah, he's not afraid of fire.
Yeah, fire.
Yeah. And so the best things about this movie is Guillermo del Toro. This is classic Guillermo del Toro. The world building is amazing. The production values, the sets will win him an Oscar, at least for that. It's a beautiful movie. And then, like Guillermo del Toro, he takes the emotion of the story, and that's the 3rd act. This is a very emotional story. It's not a monster movie, so to speak. I don't want to reveal too much. You probably, if you've read the book, you understand, but it goes in a definite direction, and you know the themes that Victor Frankenstein is the monster, and then this
he's the true monster.
Yeah, he's the true monster,
not the creature.
Yeah, he's playing with death. The whole idea is he creates this monster, realizes the monster's a moron, and decides that he needs to start over and tries to kill the monster, which sets up the conflict of the 3rd act. But Oscar Isaacs gives an exceptional performance. I think the true star here is Jacob Elordi as the monster. Mia Goth is okay. She plays her role well. But look, if Guillermo del Toro can win with The Shape of Water, he's going to win with this. And this is 100% a Guillermo del Toro movie.
So it's
beautiful.
Sorry. No, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's just beautiful. And if anything, he captures the emotional tone of this story very well. And so, yeah, I think, like I said, it's not my favorite movie of the year, but it definitely checks all the boxes when it comes to what it takes to win an Oscar for Best Picture.
Well, it reminds me, first of all, I cannot wait to see this. And this week, I don't think you and I have seen any of the same movies.
No, we
Next
haven't.
week, we'll correct that. But it was a week with a lot of things coming out, and we each saw different things. But so it's a sympathetic monster, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Young Frankenstein, we had a sympathetic monster.
Yeah, true. But and you feel sympathy for the monster, but I think some of the interpretations of Frankenstein, where they just purely make him a horrifying creature, I don't like. One of my favorite was a TV movie, 2-part TV movie from the 70s called Frankenstein: The True Story. Michael Sarrazin plays the monster. And that I've never seen a version of Frankenstein that blew me away more than that. It's, I believe, free on Prime Video, Amazon Prime. Look up Frankenstein, The True Story. Michael Sarrazin plays the monster. And the thing they did differently was when he is reanimated, he's actually beautiful. He's actually this handsome, beautiful man who tries to integrate in a high society, but he begins to decay because he's dead, then reanimated. So they look at it, they look at things, they take the story differently. This seems to take elements of that from what I see.
Yeah.
So
look, the biggest thing, I think the big winner in this movie is the production design. It is a gorgeous movie. It is world building. It's immersive. The lab, I mean, come on, Guillermo del Toro. He has a vision for these things and he executed it well. Brilliantly.
So you're saying not only is Frankenstein really good, it's contender for Best Picture.
Absolutely. I don't.
Oh my God. We may have, between Weapons, Sinners, Frankenstein, more horror films in as Best Picture nominees.
I mean, F1
year ever.
F1 is the only non-horror on the list so far.
Yeah, well,
but look, the Academy has to pick 10 movies. You know, we just gave you 5 at the moment. The other thing is, this movie is not woke in any way whatsoever. Right. It's just a straight telling. You know, it's like with the exception of Oscar Isaac, you know, it's cast to the story, and you know, Oscar's a Spaniard, so you know, technically he's white.
Okay, so you give it a strong recommend.
Strong recommend. I think November 7th. I'm sorry, October 17th. What does that mean? It's select theaters. It's already
in select theaters. It's very limited release. I can't find it playing anywhere near me.
Yeah, I mean, I had to see it. It was the closing night movie of the Newport Beach Film Festival, so that's how I got to see it.
All right, so there you go. Strong recommend. Not only a strong recommend, Best Picture.